Wholeness, balance, and love, family. It's me, David, again, back with another video here on Light Power. Shine so someone can see you. Yes, you can shine too. I know it's been a pretty good amount of time since I've made my last video. I would say I've definitely been in the process of understanding and being able to explain my journey to myself so I could then create value from it to share with others. And it's kind of been a rough little patch, but we're back here. Today's video, we're going to be discussing the spiritual essence and the symbology of the ankh. The ankh. The ankh is also known sometimes to be, or some people might label it as the Egyptian cross. But this is actually not going to be a history lesson, as I'm still learning, as I'm still digesting and sorting out the information as it comes to me, as I find it. We just want to talk about the principles that we can grow from and use in our mental awareness as far as what life has presented us with, as far as our ancestors, the Egyptians. So, jumping right into it, we know that the ankh is a symbol of life, and we can observe life by just taking a look at the symbol. The first thing we can observe is that there is both the masculine and the feminine presence within the symbol. We can see that at the very bottom of the symbol, the straight line reflects the male's genitalia, okay, and the remainder of the symbol from the base of the cross going upwards, you can see the womb, or the circular loop is actually reflecting or representing the womb. So when a man inserts his penis into a woman's vagina, you can see that there's a location where the two will meet, okay? And on the both left hand and the right hand side, you can see maybe it could reflect the fallopian tubes or the ovaries, etc. if you're actually looking at a womb, okay? But what we understand is that the two actually create life. And it's very important that we understand it's the two, because at the end of this video, we're going to talk about how the Romans actually collected this symbol and the understanding from the ancient Egyptians and converted it into Christianity, or into the Christian cross, as you can see today, which is just a cross, with straight lines. And if you think about the symbology, you're removing the feminine essence, which we also have seen that happen in our own physical worlds. Like at the top of the symbol can also reflect spiritual reflection. And the reason for this is because when you look at ancient Egyptian history, you see that King Tut will place a mirror at the loop and use it as a reflection tool. It's also a spiritual tool because of the essence that the symbol reflects, or the symbol reflects. So that's another thing about. So that's another aspect of this symbol, is that it's a spiritual tool of reflection, because it always reflects what? Back to life. If you also do some research, you'll see that ancient Egyptians will also put an ankh inside the casket or the burial of a dead person, or person who has passed, because they would allow for that spiritual symbol to be a tool for them, or a key for them to access higher spiritual realms once they leave their physical vessel, which they've already done. So we can see that this symbol has a strong background, but we just want to understand it from our own sense of awareness in the present day and see how that correlates to spirit and spiritual purpose. Okay, so now when we talk about the loop at the top, right? The loop is actually signifying the three upper chakras. Is if you understand the chakra system, or the system of chakras within the body, you understand that there are 7 main chakras within the body. Starting from the root chakra, ending at the crown chakra. You can also see that the colors of the chakras actually reflect and correlate with the colors within the rainbow, the 7 primary colors. Okay? And as the loop at the top of the ankh reflects the upper 3 chakras, that would be the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. That is also joined and connected with the lower 4 chakras, which is what is encapsulated by the imagery of the males, you know what I'm saying? So, and those are the lower 4 chakras. So starting from the base of the spine, that would be the root chakra. That would be then the sacral chakra, or the navel chakra. Then it would be the solar plexus, which is around your stomach area. And then it would be the heart. Those are the lower 4 chakras from the throat. Those are the lower 4. So with those two conjuncted balance together, now you have this symbol of life, and it's reflecting the chakras as well. Actually, I have one. Let me grab that real quick. So here's the ankh, right? I was explaining that the upper three chakras, if you even look at the symbology as it looks like as a human being, you can see that this would probably be the area of the throat. Okay, you have the throat, you have the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra, right? What else did I want to explain? Okay, so as I was mentioning earlier, this is a symbol of life. And it's not something I've found, it's something I've observed and come to an awareness of. You can see the ankh, and if you look at the picture right here on the side, you can see that the ankh looks very, very, very similar to the organs within a woman's private area. And I'm just going to put it that way because I don't know how else to say it right now. But the reason why this is so powerful is because this is actually living within women. This symbol is actually present within their bodies. You know, without the awareness, you might not be able to see that or understand that, come to that awareness. But that's why I'm making this video, so that you can have that opportunity. So yeah, as we know that the symbol reflects a woman's womb or creation in general, because it connects the masculine aspect and the feminine aspect. As we consistently understand, you know, just different ways of thinking, we can also see that the loop at the top will reflect spirit, right? So we understand that the Trinity is real. We just have to understand it in a process that allows us to expand rather than to contract. So when you understand the spirit, the body, and the mind are all in one, three in one, then this symbol actually reflects that. It's actually a little bit different. It's actually the spirit, the mind, and then the body, the physical aspects, or matter, right? When you look at the cross in the middle, or the bar in the middle, this could symbolize duality, and duality being in the realm of the mind, having good and bad. Also having the two polar opposites, the two hemispheres of the brain, which are the conscious, or sorry, not the conscious, it's the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. But then when we talk about the operation and the use of the brain, there's still also two aspects, the conscious and the subconscious. So this symbol does reflect and speak a lot as far as everything that we're talking about. So another thing that we can see from this symbol and observe is when you understand water, in a sense, water is life. And that's the reason why the woman has an attribute of her being that contributes directly to wetness or water, for example, life. So when we look at this symbol, imagine that this was the ground. You could see that water would rise into the clouds and it would rain, you know, and the rain would allow for the water to reach back down to the earth. So that also reflects life in another sense. So the reason why this is important is because this symbol has been cast into the shadows, and we don't actually acknowledge or move with the understanding that this symbol presents to us. Right now, the only symbol, or quote-unquote cross, that people are aware of is the cross, or the Christian cross, which is also known as a crux cross, C-R-U-X cross. And this cross is only masculine. There is no feminine aspects about the cross, and we know this because the Romans have actually decided, when they decided to grab this religion and repurpose it to transform the way that people think using it by force, they cast out the masculine essence. So as we're here in the age of awareness, in the age of information, we're spending time re-understanding of Mother Earth, re-understanding the divine feminine, re-understanding how our actions impact the earth, how our actions impact the feminine essence within us, or the subconscious mind within us, and our own personal understandings. So this video was to enlighten you and to give you some information and some insight pertaining to the symbol of the ankh, which is an ancient Egyptian symbol representing life. So if you like this video, or you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with someone that you know would appreciate this information. You would love to be reminded of spiritual value, life, and purpose each time you see it, just from understanding the information within this video. If you have any comments, please go ahead and drop them down in the comments below. So check out the description box on different links that you can use to research and learn more about the ankh, the ancient Egyptian ankh. And with that being said, also check down there so you can follow us on Instagram at LightPower and on YouTube at LightPower. We will be writing up this as a blog, so stay tuned for that as well if you're a blog subscriber on the website. And until then, shine so someone can see you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Peace.